Hey guys, this is Barry with Fire and Ice Outdoors, and we have a new bike called the TST. It's $1,200, which is insane for what you get here. The battery is a 48 volt, 15 amp hour, which will give you roughly about 20 to 25 miles. It has a 1,300 watt motor, rear hub motor, which is the biggest I've ever seen. I have done videos where they had two 1000s dual motors, but I've never heard of one as 1,300 watts. It's got SUTTO on it, but Bafang makes the motor. It's got a 26 inch round, 4-inch wide tires. Seat, there's not much to it. If you're needing cushion, you want to replace that seat, which is not very hard. When you get the bike, it comes about 80% built for you. You have to put the tires and these handles bars on here, kickstand on. What's neat about the kickstand, it actually has a screw on the very bottom where you can adjust how it angles, which is really cool. It's a little Phillips head screwdriver. This does have something really cool that I want to show you. And you'll take this knob and you'll pull it to you. I'm just curious what all everybody will come up with. I've seen them have inverters where they turn this DC power into AC power, motors, long-lasting batteries. This is just insane. Let's turn it off. It says it goes 28 miles per hour. That is so different from each person. I'm 6 foot, 200 pounds versus someone that's 5'9" and 120 pounds. You're going to get a different speed rating than I do. But it does come with all kinds of little bells and whistles. If you want to put fenders on it, you want to put a rack on the back. It does have a place to put a rack on the front. But you will see this bike in future videos. I'm doing a overland Jeep build that's fully sponsored. I've got companies sending me stuff, and I'll post it right here, the playlist as I'm making it. But what I want to do is put the fenders and the rear rack on here and get this ready for a trip. It's not going to definitely be a long trip because the 15 amp hour battery is just not going to go a very long distance. So I'll have to think outside the box for this. But if you want an extra battery, it's only $199, which is, they're typically anywhere from $4.99 to $6.99 for your extra battery. So if you did get two of these, you could get potentially 50 to 60 miles, depending on, there's variables, mountains, your weight, and all the other things. But that's not a bad price, to be honest with you. But here, let's get these racks put on. So they sent me these, which I'm really familiar with how to put them on, but these aren't hooked up to anything, and there's nowhere to hook it up to anything. So, and it does have this little clip where it screws into the back. I typically don't put them on, to be honest with you. The rear one isn't that bad, so I won't be able to put these on. So let's put on the rear rack. All right. So this comes with screws already on here, and we just got to snap them off real quick. Let's take a look here. There we go. This isn't too bad. When I'm taking this off, did you know that if your chain breaks, that you can still ride this? Their chain broke and they walked, they said 3 miles. Here's your power that comes straight to the rear motor. You don't need the chain to, it obviously helps with gearing and all the other stuff, but in a situation like that, I just wanted to share it with you that you do not have to have a chain to ride this, out of the woods. And if you haven't subscribed yet, it would be awesome if you did. But what I do with these bikes, I'll take them in the woods, and I do pretty extreme stuff to them. You got to see what I've done. You're just better off buying a new one. This thing's getting me a little bit of trouble. This is really not that hard. Do they come with extra screws? Let's see. Rear rack screws. It did come with screws. Came in this little white bag. This bike, you get a lot. The front fenders, the front shocks are very impressive. Hydraulic brakes, which I 100% believe that a must. If you're gonna get an electric bike, get hydraulic brakes. Do not get there's not a lot of inexpensive. The shocks, the steering stem is high end. I challenge you to find a bike. Kind of sucks. You always say you get what you pay for, but this one's actually the seat's not the best. I'm a little disappointed in the fenders, but I could just reach out to them. They'll give me new fenders. One of the biggest challenges with companies that you're buying direct from China is there is the opportunity to work, you know, they're asleep when you're awake when you're asleep, so there's that information, but you don't have like a direct dealer to work with. But at the same time, you get this savings, this huge savings, because there's a lot of great, typically would be an upcharge. Love this bike. I do wish it had a bigger battery. I wish it was a 15 amp hour. How much does this thing weigh? 88 pounds, and will hold up to 500 pounds. You can ride, if you're 5'3" up to 6'4", this is ideal for you. So that is, and I'll put these screws back in this little bag. That reached out to me that makes panniers. I don't know if you want to do bike piking or what, but I'm really impressed with this company. Panniers, it's got a handle to it. These are truly inexpensive. I think they're like 35 liter, and they lock on here. So it's got this little lever right here that you lift up, and you just lift up like that. No, it's not big enough. I wonder, can you take out this little clip? So I'm taking these little center pieces out and roll it up just like this. I'll put these in the description below as well, but you can lock these down around the back as well. I love these, man. These are freaking nice, dude. But yeah, that is nice. Super simple, and it's adjustable back and forth. And then unscrew this. Once you get all that locked in, then you can, we'll be taking these out for a spin. I actually don't even have any panniers anymore. It's super simple. Front rear brake, our front tires. These are super cool. So I wanted to share those with you. Hit the notification bell if you want to see more like this, and we'll have this bad boy out on an adventure real soon. I appreciate y'all watching, and I'll see you on the next one.